senior day for you? What's the thought of that? You almost didn't have one, probably, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's special. Obviously, like last year, I had a chance to go, but when, came back, wanted to play one more year for this, university. And, it's kind of surreal, like as a freshman, you coming in, like, it's so long, but I'm here now. So just grateful to finish out in Memorial Stadium and, give the crowd, something special to see.
Well, you were part of that first class with Coach B, where he was selling a vision in a lot of ways. Like, what's it mean to see that vision and kind of turn it into the reality that you guys have?
Yeah, it's kind of special to see it come to fruition. Coming as a freshman, talking about tough, smart, dependable. I was kind of raised up in that, as a young man, and growing up, mom taught me that really well. And being wrestling, wrestling for 4 years taught me that to be disciplined, tough, smart, dependable, all that. I just didn't see it as tough, smart, dependable. I saw it in different ways, but come here, it was like a no-brainer, and I fell right into that mold.
What are you most proud of about where this program has come since the first game you played here versus when you leave there Saturday?
Yeah, obviously, historically, Illinois hasn't been that good, and I feel like, coming in my freshman year, we kind of turned that picture around and, change the standard of Illinois football, and just, going to a bowl game back-to-back years is pretty special, and, coming from, my freshman year now is just a special moment, to finish out, and, it's a good opportunity.
You're kind of planted in the record books in a couple different spots. Is there one that that sticks out to you? Like, man, that's one I'm really, really proud of doing.
Yeah, I mean, second career here, especially, I wanted to create a legacy here, and I definitely did that, and obviously wanted that first, but God had other plans, but just still grateful and blessed that God put me in this position. He's kept me healthy throughout these 4 years, and I'm just grateful that each game I just come out healthy, and I just want to finish it not only for my team, but just for the guys that came before me and my family and whatnot.
Yeah, as I look back, if I remember, Tennessee was one that was really down to the wire with you. And
yeah.
So why did you believe in what Brett was selling? Like, why did you buy into that vision for a program that hadn't won?
Yeah, I just feel like Coach B. I feel like he not only loved me as a player but as a person. That was the most important thing for me coming out, and I didn't want to be another player, on the depth chart. I wanted to be someone that actually cared about, my future outside of football. And, Coach B is one of those people that he cares about his players, outside of football. And, he wants to develop, young men in society. So, that was a no-brainer as well.
I do want to ask you, how do you guys turn the page from the game in Wisconsin into Northwestern?
Yeah, tough loss. No one loves to lose, but, we got to flip the page, learn from the mistakes and, finish out Memorial with a dub and keep the hat.
But what were they doing in the run game that made it hard to stop them? Or I guess what can you learn from some of the...
I just feel like it wasn't more so them, it was more so us, okay. Just doing our jobs and, being gap sound and having gap integrity. That's pretty much what it was.
Good.
Hey, how you doing?
Sorry, you're getting any repeats here,
no.
But senior day and what it means to you and for the guys that are leaving.
Yeah, it's special. It's a special moment, from my freshman year to now. It's like, I came in like, oh my God, senior year seems so far away, but now that I'm here now, it's like, a good moment to walk out there, with the black eye, finish out Memorial Stadium.